Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hike 365 Live, the world's finest St. Louis hiking show. We are your hosts, Kay and Matt, and this is Happy Trails Hiking.
Hi, everybody. I want to thank Kenny, the Idahonian, who requested last week and gave us the idea for having a mug with our logo on it. We thought it was a great idea, so I did it. And we even bought one ourselves, and that's what this show is brought to you by tonight. I'm going to show it off.
Okay. This here is not it. This is a random one from our
kitchen. Yeah, not that one. But I have it here somewhere. I pulled it up and everything. There it is. So this is our coffee mug, and it does 3D fanciness. It's got the logo on both sides and not the bottom. And these woods are from Redwoods National Park. So if you're interested in getting one of these fancy Trekker coffee mugs with Happy Trails Hiking logo on them, you can go to happytrailshiking.com/store and then go to our photography store down there.
Now, we have ordered ours, but it has not come in yet. But I'm very excited about this mug because I'm looking forward to Take Your Trekker to Work Day.
Take your Trekker to work.
Take your Trekker to Work Day. That's right. And you too can take your Trekker to work with this mug.
Yes. We have a store on Fine Art America, and it holds all of our photography. So if you have just been, jonesing for some Molten Barn or Bryce Canyon photos, or I don't know, I got Yellowstone stuff and lots of stuff. Anyway, there's lots of things up there, and would love to have you check those things out. So Kenny, thanks one more time for that great idea, and I'm happy to say that Kenny's has shipped. So that's what he said. His is shipped. Ours is shipped too. So maybe next week we'll be able to show it off.
When does it get here?
I'd have to check my email for that. Would you like to run the show for a
No,
second?
that's okay. I can't handle running the show.
Okay.
I was just curious when it was going to come in.
Probably 5 to 7 business days there.
All right. Well, with any luck, maybe we'll have Trekker on a mug next week.
Next week, exactly. All right. What are you drinking?
I've got a very exciting beverage tonight. It's just ice water. I was unprepared with anything stronger.
That's all right.
In fact, I almost forgot to come to the show.
I was going to say, we were 2 minutes before we started, and I was like, I'm not seeing Matt. I'm just going to do this by myself tonight, I guess.
I was just surfing the web, and I was like, oh, it's 7:58. I better go downstairs.
Kay's going to be mad. Kay wasn't mad. It was fine. We had time. Anyway, I'm drinking cherry limeade. I made it myself. It's water, cherries, and syrup, and lime juice.
Is there any aid in there?
Water is the aid.
Water is the aid.
I think we better say hello to our guests before they're all, going, when are they going to say hi? So, hi to Love to Wander. He is driving home and won't actually be here, but thanks for being here, Mike. Lori Bryant is here. Dwayne is here. It's great to see you. I don't even know how. I'm not going to mess with your last name. I would mess it up, but thank you for coming. Marty's crew. If you can, I requested your pictures. If you could give me, I'll get back to that in a second. If you can give me permission for your pictures, I'll show them off tonight. Griswold Family Vacay is here. I met them on a live stream.
All right. I like the name.
Yeah. Very fun. Very fun. So, and they say Happy Father's Day. So yes, Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We called both of ours today. Yes. I was proud of us. We remembered and everything.
Yep. All 2 of them.
Yeah. Don't have too many, but that's all right. Take Your Trekker to Work Day is July 28th.
Outstanding. I'm going to take Trekker to work sooner than July 28th, just for the record.
Just letting you know. Hike with Mike is here. And the Idahonian says he'll send a pic of his Trekker mug when he gets it. I'd love that. Tag me on Instagram. That'd be fantastic. Lori has iced tea. Marty's crew has Boulevard Single Wide IPA, and the Idahonian has Flyline Lager by Payette Brewing Company. And Kenny, once again, got to hike someplace that I want to go hike in Idaho, but that's all right. I did notice that today Oh, you talk for a second. I need to find.
I was looking over your shoulder to find out what was so exciting.
Oh,
there.
yesterday was Hike with a Geek Day.
That's every day.
I was gonna say you do that all the time, and
yeah, and so do you.
Yes. Okay, so Marty Screw says he took care of it. So what I need to tell you guys is Google Drive changed stuff. Thanks, Google Drive. But now when you submit links for your pictures, you need to check the box that says anyone with a link can view. So they changed it so it's either restricted so no one can see it, or you have to add an email address, or you can pick Hike with a Geek. I'm reading the thing. You can pick anybody with a link can view. So if you pick that and then share that link with me, I don't share that with everybody else. I promise. It comes here, and Matt doesn't even click on. So anyway. So that's it. Yes, I was excited to celebrate Hike with a Geek Day yesterday. And I didn't even mention it in the video or tell you. So we celebrated without big hoo-ha or anything.
Which we did have a really nice hike yesterday.
Yes.
We were at Washington State Park.
You got it?
In Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And when we first got there, the parking lot was slammed, and I was immediately depressed because I was really worried that all these people were there for the trail, and we're really working hard at this social distancing thing. It can be hard. I mean, it can be challenging to do, but if we get to a trailhead and the place is slammed, we normally turn around. But what we realized was that people were there to float the river. Because you can rent canoes there. And we saw a couple people coming off the trail, and we just asked them how it was. And they're like, oh, yeah, we saw 3 people. And what we found, we passed a couple people on the first half mile, and then after that, it was a 6-mile loop, and we had 5 of it completely to ourselves.
Yeah.
So it was really beautiful, typical lush Missouri Ozark summer trail.
Cool. And Tony, I got your pictures, so we're good. So there's that. And I was gonna, I have to say hi to JB Rants. Hello, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming. It's been a long time. And Hike with Mike says, I get depressed whenever there is anyone else at the trailhead.
Yeah, I hear you there.
We usually we hike to get away from people. So yeah, that's one of those.
But we were able to get a nice hike in yesterday. And so a couple people have already checked in with their beverage and shared what they're drinking. Laura's got the iced tea. Marty's Crew's got single white IPA. Kenny's got a Flyline lager. But if you haven't checked in yet, let us know what you got with your favorite beverage for tonight.
The place where Kenny hiked was the Frank Church River of No Return.
Oh, well, I'm glad it came back.
Yes, but you know why they called it the River of No Return? I learned this on Idaho the movie.
Okay, why was that?
Oh, he's not going to guess. That's no fun.
Because someone didn't come back?
No, it's because it's such a strong current in the river, you can't paddle upstream, and people couldn't get back.
Well, that's what I said. They couldn't get back.
But you said someone. It was everybody. Okay, I'm a dork. I'm sorry. It's great to see everybody tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. I do have questions for you. Are you ready? Because if you're ready, then I will.
Oh boy, here come the questions.
Matt's not ready. We'll just wait then. I'll use my teacher voice and I'll say, well, since you guys are still talking, right. Never mind. So your first question is, what is your longest day hike? How far and where was it? There. Because some people may want to go. So tell me what state and park it was in. So, yeah, it's a rapid river. You see? And Lori says, LOLK is excited about trivia. It's just questions for me to find out about you. So what's your longest day hike? And what park or area is it in? And what was the hike? How far was it? So what's your longest day hike, Matt?
I think my longest day hike is also our longest day hike and your longest day hike. And that is, it was in Zion, the East Rim Trail.
Yes.
Now, you guys who've been following us for a while already know this story, but we'll tell it again.
Because that's what we do.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like a publication. If it's worth publishing once, it's worth publishing again. It's the same thing with a good story.
Yes.
So,
and if you're drinking the first time, you might not remember the second time.
That's
and
right.
if there's campfires involved, you can tell it 3 times.
Well, there's no campfire involved, so we can only tell it 4 times.
Perfect.
So at any rate, in Zion National Park, many of you are aware of the famous Angel's Landing Trail. However, there is a trail that is higher elevation, is easier to hike, higher elevation, easier to hike, and not nearly as crowded, all winters. So we got dropped off on the East Rim right before sunrise on the morning, whatever this was.
It was your birthday.
It was like 3 years ago, something. And
2017.
The hike into the main canyon area in Zion was about 11 miles. Now, 11 miles, we've done that. But we typically wouldn't do more than that in any given day. But we took the extension to Cable Mountain from there, and that turned it into a 17-mile day. So that was the first and only time we started hiking actually before sunrise, and we're coming off the trail at sunset. But it was definitely a beautiful day.
These are my boots on that hike. Thanks for talking that whole time. It took me that long to get to that picture. I have Cheeto dust. It's because I ate a whole bag of, that's how red the dirt is in Zion. So Kenny's asking observation point. No, observation point goes up. It's actually part of the West Rim Trail. And so the East Rim Trail does not include observation points. But that's all right. People are answering our question. I'll let them look at that, and we'll be small the whole time. So I do want to say hello to Why Not in Wyoming. It's good to see you. Hike with Mike says 13 miles in Withlacoochee. There we go. State Forest. Yay.
Reminds me of a country music song.
That's Chattahoochee. JB Ranch says the White Mountains in New Hampshire got lost, no phones, 9 hours, found the way out. Well, congrats on making the way out.
Yes, glad you made it out. Good
I
call
am
there.
too. Wow. And Marty's Crew says 11 miles, Woodland Park in Battle Creek, Michigan. Oh, that's cool. That is up there where Dana's from.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And yeah, I'm glad you got that's awesome. And Griswold Family Vacay says, awesome picture. Thanks. It was taken with my phone, and I think this is actually Echo Canyon, which is like
it's probably 4 miles into that hike that we did.
Oh no, it's more than that because we'd already been to Cable Mountain and back.
Okay, 6.
Okay, 6, 10, whatever. It was I was happy to sit there for a while. And my left boot had gotten swamped in the mud, and you can tell how muddy it was that day. It was a really fun hike. And Lori says, longest day hike, I don't know, about 7 miles, probably with us somewhere. Probably. Let's see, let's see. We took Lori hiking. We've taken her hiking lots.
I don't remember.
We've gone.
There have been a number of trips we've done.
Yeah. Well, Lori hikes.
No, I mean, we took her on a kind of a long hike in place. Sure, that was 4 miles at least.
Well, when we went up to Virginia, when we headed to Virginia Falls, because we didn't make it to Virginia Falls, but we went to St. Mary's Falls, and then we were going to go up to Virginia Falls, and we didn't realize that we didn't make it. And then and she says Tallgrass Prairie. Yes, that was a really long hike.
I think the hardest hike, now this is not the same question, but the hardest hike we ever did with Lori was in Yosemite when we made it about halfway to the top of Yosemite Falls.
We made it to Columbia Point.
I mean, the first half of that, the whole thing is just very, very steep. And the 3 of us made it halfway up, and that was really, considering how fatigued I was at that time, and everything else, that was like we all got to about the halfway point. And we're like, okay, we just can't hack it right now, so we turned around.
And went and ate pizza. It was great.
There's no shame in doing that if you can't make it all the way. You got to do what's smart for you.
Mm-hmm. And Griswold is asking if Lori's talking about Oklahoma with Tallgrass Prairie, and yes, Lori and I hiked at Easter of 2017 at Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve in Kansas. And they are asking what state we're located in. And Matt and I are located in
We are
Missouri.
in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yep. And Lori, who is my sister, is located in Tennessee. So we get together and try to hike together on a big trip, sister's trip or siblings trip. We include Matt every once in a while, at least once a year. So, and Lori comes from Midwest Camp Out and she hikes with us all the time. So anyway, okay. So
now do we have like pictures to share?
I have a spreadsheet
like
that we have not even gotten to yet.
Okay, I forget where we are.
I know
we're in St. Louis, but I don't know where we are on the agenda.
It's been a busy evening. All right, so you should read that part now.
Okay, let's pull up the spreadsheet.
That wasn't what it said.
I understand that, but I don't need to read the cue that tells me I'm supposed to read the spreadsheet. All right, folks. Most of you are familiar with this, but for those who are new, this is the report on where we are in the Hike 365 Challenge. The Hike 365 Challenge is basically can each of us can our teams go 365 miles in a year? And so what you're looking at now is a status update. So you'll see the team name in the first column. And we don't show what everyone has done for every single week, but it is all represented here in the data. So today denotes the 24th week of the calendar year 2020. And you will see in the second column here the mileage that has been recorded for this week. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the individual or the team went that many miles in this week. It just means that that is what has been turned in within the past week time frame. So sometimes folks miss a week, and so they just add it, and then I just include it in that week. So we've got Alexandria within hiking distance at 3.8 miles, and Clifton Riser at 108 miles.
That was part of last week and this week.
There were several entries there, so I don't think that's all from one week, but that's still mighty impressive.
Yeah, awesome job, Cliff. Awesome job.
And Happy Trails Hiking, we got 20 miles, which that's quite a bit for us because we did 4 miles today and we did 6 miles yesterday and then 2 miles a day all the previous days.
Yeah.
Hike with Mike got 10. Kimberly Austin is 15 and Chris Ciccone is 15. Marty's Crew 23,
Woo-hoo.
Outdoor Nomad 29, Shank Golfer is 8, Shannon Riser 27, Texas Hikeaholics 20, and Kenny the Idahoan 11.
Okay.
So we have clocked in at almost 300 miles for this week.
We topped the 200 mile, we topped the 200 mile mark this week, which I didn't notice if we did that last week, but that's pretty fun. And Shannon Riser is at 328, so we'll be there soon. And Outdoor Nomad is at 306. So people are working towards that badge that they can put on their social media that says, hey, I hiked 365 miles this year with Happy Trails Hiking. So that's cool.
And so just looking a little bit further into the spreadsheet, so the grand total column, which you probably figured out is what everyone has done for the year. The target represents if you're getting a mile a day, how many miles you would have as of today. And then, of course, the percentage there at the end.
We're actually, ahead of schedule.
We are ahead of schedule, which we've been a little bit better with our record keeping. And the way that the challenge is originated, it was only mile. Yeah, that's fine. The way the challenge originated, just a little bit of background for the new folks, it was only foot miles in public lands. So we've expanded it now because it can be a little more difficult for folks to hike. What we've said is any hike anywhere. And if for some reason you can't hike, like if you're still in a lockdown situation, just 20 minutes of exercise equals 1 mile. So that's how we're running the challenge at this point in time.
I'm moving things around so that when we get to the map part, you guys will actually have the number. We'll go that
All
way.
right. Are you showing the line drawn out?
I'm not.
All right. For those of you who cannot see the screen, which is everyone except us, Kay is busily dragging a line across Florida,
Hold on.
and then the line just disappeared.
I'm making it
And
disappear.
now she's making a sweeping gesture, moving up into the top of Ontario.
Stop it.
And now the line is no
Stop.
longer straight, and it's just disappeared. And
Stop.
oh my goodness, she has to start all over again.
Oh my gosh.
Because his narration is apparently killing her. So I don't know what the problem
I
is.
don't know what the problem is. It's pissing me off.
So
You're not pissing
the
me
line
off.
drawing
It is.
algorithm in the Google Maps
Give me that.
is not working according to plan.
Oh, no, not at all. I do want to
It's
say.
almost as exciting as live novel writing.
Oh my gosh. I do want to say hi to Kelly Reynolds. It's great to see you, Kelly. It's been a long time. Thanks for coming in. And Shank Golfer is here. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, and Chris Oconey's here with all of his miles and coming off the AT. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Marty says, great color commentary, Matt.
Oh, I'm glad to help.
Oh my gosh.
I was just channeling a little Monty Python there.
Are we on pace? Are we on pace, Matt?
We're on seats.
We're doing good, Shank Golfer.
Y'all, we're doing great. We're doing
And
great.
within hiking distance is here. And don't apologize for being late. I'm just happy that you're here. If everybody would hit the thumbs up and tell other folks about this, that would be phenomenal. And I'm going to try again with that line, but I'll share it and let you guys watch me make the line this time. It's
All right, stand by for
35,
more
62.
live line drawing here on the Hike 365 Live.
All right. So
Can you
you
see
click
the map?
this button. Yes, I can see the map. My problem is my map is not big enough.
Can those watching at home see the map?
They should be able to.
Okay, now you guys get to see this happen in real time. The map has been positioned. Oh,
No,
it has
no, I
now
had to
been
fix it.
adjusted.
Yeah, because we got to get clear
All
up to
right, we're
Anchorage.
starting in Florida.
Yeah.
We're preparing for the sweep. Going, and it looks
35,
like,
60.
Yeah, we're in the Yukon, y'all. Is this
Two.
line gonna stick?
Right there,
Everyone's
close
waiting
enough.
with bated breath, and
35,
we have gotten
60.
close.
We've got 2 miles left to go, but I'm not going to futz with it anymore.
All right.
I said futz.
We now have
I'm
a
proud of
beautiful
myself.
arc all the way from Florida up to the Yukon territory.
Okay, guys. So here's our map.
And look at that. That's a flyover through St. Louis.
I worked hard at that. No, you guys watch me just try to get that map going as fast as I possibly could. You guys are awesome. All right. We probably ought to move the map over that way a little bit so that people you can read what people have to say about your commentary because that was something else. Drum roll for the line. Exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate the drum. Oh my gosh. Dwayne's in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, nice.
We missed. Sorry.
We didn't fly over.
We didn't
we probably,
do that
we
well
probably
enough.
didn't get to that city.
And yeah, what happens when we hit the water? We turn around. Actually, when we get to Anchorage, we turn around and come back. So we go from Miami, hike up to Anchorage, and then come back. Guys, this is a really impressive line. Do you see? I mean, there's not that many of us doing this. There's less than 30. Less than 30 people.
We're doing really well this year.
This is amazing. This is really, really amazing. So awesome job, everybody. Awesome job. New comments. Never been to the Yukon, but I have relatives there. Well, that's cool. All right. We're going to be crossing the Bering Strait in a month. We're going to get a geography lesson. And
Okay.
Hio is here.
We're going to be
It's
watching
great to
out
see
for
you.
the bears.
And where's the Idahonian? He's here somewhere. And yes, amazing job to everybody. So I need to talk about the map though, because it's my thing. So we have our Florida contingency, and I missed the green swamp up here this week. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Chris Oconey's over here. Well, I am showing everybody else. Your next question is, in your state, what is a must-visit park or area to hike and why? That's your next question. In the state or area that you're in, tell me what's your must visit. The Texas Hikeaholics have been hiking down in Texas. And this is Kimberly Austin right here. The Outdoor Nomad has been making some tracks. He hiked across here and over to here and up and this way, and now he's up here in this area.
Okay. Well,
So,
with a channel like Outdoor Nomad, it all makes sense.
he is being very nomadic, and I think he's going to be getting miles. Like, he can get miles every time he's been, like every day he's been on the road. So I'm not quite sure who. Oh, that was Blue Springs. Blue Spring actually is down here. I did Blue Springs, Missouri instead of Blue Spring. It's actually down near Branson. But okay, so that's the Idahoan. These are all Marty's crew. You and I hiked at Washington State Park, which is right there this week. And Kenny the Idahoan, I already said where he hiked, but River of No Return up here in Idaho, and as well as one of our favorite pretty places that we see, Coeur d'Alene. That's where within hiking distance is hiking. So that is very cool. I love the map, guys. Thank you for putting in your miles and showing us all of that. All right. Any questions, comments, snide remarks? Why not? Okay. Let's see. Let's do this. I would like to go to Montana, south of Alberta. Montana, the parts I've been in, I really like.
We haven't seen that much of Montana.
It's huge.
It is a big state. We haven't seen much.
Okay.
We'll have to do more of that.
Marty's crew says Little Jerusalem State Park in Kansas. He didn't say why. I'm going to say because it's amazing Badlands, and that's why.
Yeah, we need to get over there. It looks like big Badlands and rocks and
I think
those sorts of things.
That on our trip in September,
Utah-ish, but not red.
We will stop. If nothing else, we'll just stop and see the overlook. Hike with Mike says Big Cypress Swamp. It's the start of the Florida Trail. That is a good one. Lori Bryant said, in Tennessee, the must-visit park is Fall Creek Falls State Park and Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I would agree. And if you're on the west side of the state, wouldn't you say that, what's the Reelfoot Lake up in the corner? It was the lake that was formed by the earthquake.
Well, no, it's interesting. I wouldn't call it a must-do. I think all the must-do hikes in Tennessee are. I would agree with Lori on that.
Hio says that sorry that he hasn't been around. He's been working on his master's degree. This is the worst summer ever. We understand.
Yeah, hang in there.
You can do this.
Yes,
I'm encouraging.
Hang in until you either get the degree or you get fired, whichever comes first.
Good luck. Good luck. And don't apologize for not being around. We totally understand.
Yeah.
Dwayne says in Alberta, it would be Banff, Jasper, Waterton, and Glacier. Yes, it joins with, and then Elk Island National Park. That's one I haven't heard much about. I'll have to add that to my list. Elk Island. Okay. And Farragut State Park. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong because Farragut just doesn't sound nice, but
well, that's the way it reads.
I know. Must see Goat Lake in the Sawtooth. Okay. Make sure we add that to the list. Goat Lake. And he's here and Hio's here and is at Pastime having a beer at the same time.
Ah, yes.
That's the nice thing about this whole virtual. Go the goat. Go the goat. Okay. Yes. Let's see. What else am I doing? How do we enter the challenge? I saw that question from the Griswold Family Vacation. So there's a form that you fill out, and it's really easy. It's free. We are, I believe, the only free online challenge, which
my brain. Probably not the only free challenge.
Well, but for hiking, I can't find another one that, will track your miles for you. But anyway, that's it. So there's that. Maybe Lori Bryant can put the form in the chat. And if not, then I will try to add it at the end. Or Griswold Family Vacay, if you will leave a comment under this video when it posts, just say, how do I enter? I will leave you the form. Yep, Amazing Badlands for the Little Jerusalem. Cabinet Mountains in Montana, Glacier park without people. I've not been to Glacier Park without people yet. It is a life goal.
That sounds like it'd be really good.
It's a life goal. In Missouri, Shank Golfer says, Han State Park, Whispering Pines Trail. We agree with you.
That is a nice one.
We like that one a lot.
I don't think it's my first pick, but it's definitely a good one.
I recommend that one a whole lot for people who just want to hike. Like, go. I would say in Missouri, a must-visit park. You have to go to the Arch.
Yeah, now it's not a hiking park, but
they have trails.
Yeah, it's a city park in terms of its feel, although technically it is a national park. Go during the daytime when it's light.
Yeah.
Or
when you can walk back to your car when it's light. But
yes.
Seeing the sunset across the city is kind of pretty. We've done that before.
Yeah, but I don't know. So the Han State Park, that trail is really great. One of the things I really love about it, and there's two things specifically. One of them is a lot of the hike is along the creek, which is fantastic. And the other thing is I love the sound of wind in the pines. And you really get that at Whispering Pines, hence the name. So that is a really good trail.
In Maryland, Chris Coney says, say it.
Wild Assateague.
Assateague?
Wild Assateague.
No, it's not
State
wild.
Park.
There's no wilds over here.
Oh. I got the order
State
mixed
Park.
up.
He has not been drinking. I swear he has.
I do better when I'm drunk. I don't know.
Your choice. All right. And Lori said that there's not much hiking at Railfoot. But I didn't. Well, I guess I did say for hikes. But and then the New Madrid Fault earthquake. Yeah, 1811. I thought it was 1911, but
I really don't know.
Lori will know.
Before we were born.
It was before I was born. Alberta also has wild horses, and the Griswold family says there aren't great hikes here in Oklahoma. Look up the Outdoor Nomad channel and tell him Happy Trails Hiking sent you. And he hikes in Oklahoma all the time and found some waterfalls, and you'll love them. Or message me afterwards, and I will send you the link.
Lori just posted the form for those who need it.
Yeah, Lori posted the form, so that link is in there. And Lori says it is 1811. Okay, I'm fine with being wrong on that one. Dwayne says, one of my older brothers went to Glacier Park. He went boating from Alberta into Montana. I've heard that you can do that. It's really cool.
Okay.
And he said, Hio said it meant the Cabinet Mountain is like Glacier, but no people. Oh, well, we got to go there. Write that one down. Cabinet Mountain. Wichita Mountain Wildlife Refuge. Beavers Bend are go-tos. Yep, those are good. And Raleigh Creative Travel is here. It's great to see you. Thank you all for coming. And Marty Screw says, hit the thumbs up. And we appreciate that so much. So we are talking about our Hike 365. Man, we have a lot of new people tonight. It's very exciting. So one of the things that we ask people to do for our Hike 365 is to take pictures, and we will share them. And Chris Coney always shares things from his AT hikes. And so I wanted to... This one's going to be scary, just letting you know in advance.
These are never scary.
Well, this one might make you jump a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a snake. It's a timber rattlesnake.
Well, it's not like ripping his calf off.
No. It's just going. So, Chris, if you haven't followed Chris Coney on Instagram, you can do that at Alpha Gal Hikes. And he has a couple of snakes there for you to see. Yeah, there you go. So that's one. Most of the time what we get from Chris are sweeping vistas and shelters and lots of things like that. But this time we get snakes. So
that's all right.
It's good to have snakes every once in a while.
You know, we saw a snake last year. Not you and I. But someone else.
You and Big Crazy Outdoor.
Yeah. And so we never actually said what our favorite hike was in Missouri.
Oh, okay.
and I was just kind of mentally pondering on that as we go through it. And we've got Whispering Pines at Han in the list here, and that really is a good one.
We agree, Shankolfer. We like that hike a lot.
But I think one of the more impressive hikes is actually the one that we've done every year from the shut-ins, or from the top of Tomsock to the shut-ins. And it's one of the more difficult hikes in Missouri. And in fact, it's harder than that 17-miler that Kay and I did in Zion, even though it's shorter.
A little bit of rocks on my boots.
Yeah, so I mean, you start at the highest point of Missouri, which is like, 1,700 feet or something. And it's kind of like a downhill thing. But it's the reason it's hard is because you're walking on this really hard volcanic rock. I think it's volcanic. I'm not a geologist. Rhyolite, whatever. But every single step, you're walking on this hard rock, and it's potentially an ankle turner. Some of them are really, really bad. There's a section in there. It's just like you have to be really careful. And it is some of the more scenic hiking in the area. Now, you don't get like to stand on the edge of a cliff. Now, I know there are other parts of the state where you can do that. But it is really. I like it because it's challenging. You can do it in a day. I mean, you can do it in 6 hours if you're in decent shape.
We have lots of chat that I want to share.
All right.
So hold on. Hyowu asked how we afford all the hiking time. And we go for walks in the morning, so we get some foot traffic. And we walk in public parks when we can. And then, but we hike on the weekends.
So it looks like we hike a lot, and we do. But I have a day job, and so like we got 20 miles this past week, and so we've counted our little morning walk. So we walk 2 miles every morning. So we counted all of those, and then Saturday and Sunday is just out to a park, do a hike, and come home. And so most of the time, that's what we're doing is we're hiking a little bit every day. We even just a walk on the city park, we count that. And then on the weekend, we just get in as much as we can. So we're not spending a lot of money in terms of being able to do the hike. So
Shankolfer, the hike that Matt and I were talking about, it's a 13.5 miles from Tomsock Mountain. So start at Minnesock Falls Trailhead, and you take the Ozark Trail from down Minnesock Falls and
to Johnson Shut-ins,
and you end up basically at the Scour Trail at Johnson Shut-ins, if you're familiar with either one of those. So, and have you guys ever thought about doing a fan meetup hike, and we sit around and share ideas and film techniques?
Well, it's funny you should say that because we just got done with that. Well, we didn't necessarily talk about film techniques. But we did have a meetup last weekend. Yeah. So if you want, it's an annual event. Actually, this year was the second annual meetup, and so we'll have one
next summer,
about this time next year. So if you're interested, then follow along, and as things firm up for that, we'll share that information.
Message me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I'll make sure that we can get you in the loop for those. And then Bugsy's Evil Deeds came in, and Mudmower83. Hello, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Griswold asks if walks in the neighborhood count for our challenge. Yes, they used to not, but now they do. And Edmonton has some pretty parks and great to hike in. Yeah, I've been following along Down the Rabbit Hole as well as Nerding for Nature. And they both hike up in Canada as well, and just love that. And yes, the Midwest Campout, and that's what we call our meetup. And we've talked about, anytime YouTubers get together, I think we talk about filming stuff and a sound and how to keep the wind out of the microphone and all that stuff. So, and Hike with Mike said, my swamp is less than 10 minutes away, so I can usually get a couple miles in after work. Nice. That's awesome. All right. And Chris Coney says collabs are fun. Yes, we had a good time. That brings us to the pictures from Marty's crew for this week. No, wrong button. Minnesock Falls, that one. So Minnesock Falls. This is Marty's crew at the highest point in Missouri, 1,772 feet. Yep, I said it right.
The rock, you have to stand on the rock to be on the highest point.
Yes.
I mean, I suppose technically you could climb the tree, but
Lacey's looking really tall there. But anyway, sooner or later, Christina's going to be the shortest person in their family.
that's possible.
It happens. And this is the top of Minnesoc Falls. Normally, we would not say, go swim at the top of a waterfall.
But the
one,
way this one is laid out, it's okay.
Yes. Yeah.
This is technically the top of a waterfall.
Yep. All right. Then, yes, more swimming. This is William. Swimming.
Yeah, right. Standing.
Standing. And there's Matt, who I think is eating, and John from Big Crazy Outdoor Adventures, and other people we don't know.
Yes, other random people who were happen to be here at the same time.
At the same time. It was a great time. So, yeah. So thank you for sharing those pictures, and we'll have more about our Midwest meetup and the trip to Tomsock Mountain and Minnesoc Falls soon. Coming up for us. I don't know what should I be reading?
Oh, I just saw the last post at the bottom from I'm not sure how to say the name.
Hi-o-woo.
Yes, I'm just kind of chuckling at that.
Oh, okay. So he says my fiance is getting mad that I'm at the pub talking to you and not her. Oops.
All right.
All right.
I'll have a beer too if that helps.
Probably after the show, unless you're gonna run away now and go get one.
No, I'll stay till the end.
Wish I had taken more pictures. Don't we always wish we'd taken more pictures, Tony? Like I got to the end and went, I didn't have any pictures. Like
I didn't take a picture yesterday on our hike.
I took pictures on our hike.
I carried the camera with me the whole time. I never got it out of my backpack.
Yeah. And we will definitely share. Lori's got a date we haven't firmed up that date, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the date for the Midwest Camp Out for next year. We'll publish it out later. We would love to have you guys come. And Kenny, you can come and we will name some mountains and say those are the Sawtooths because Kenny is in them. In Missouri.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he meant me, but we're gonna have him come. And Lacey took a lot of pics. She says, "Nice, good job, Lacey. You're better than all the rest of us." All right, and I do have one more set of pictures to share this week, and I don't have any more questions. But gosh, you guys have been a fantastic audience tonight, and thank you so much for participating. Kenny, the Idahonian, took pictures this week on his trip. More beautiful mountains, and he still has snow, and I'm jealous. And look at the reflection. Just stare at it.
So I'll have to say that a lot of the pictures we get from Idaho really want to make us move.
Do you have a basement we could live in, Kenny? Just asking. Or Alexander from within hiking distance. We like Coeur d'Alene. It's pretty up there too. Yeah, this is fantastic. I'll flip to the next one, but I may come back and oh geez. See again, I'll just stare at this one too. Great shots, Kenny. Great shots. Oh my gosh. Fantastic. And a deer. A mule deer with big ears. Sorry. Welcome to my life.
Ears.
Big fluffy ears. It's a big fluffy deer. With big fluffy ears. All right. And it's a beautiful area. Oh, anyway. Let's see. And beautiful pics. And yes, Kenny, we would love to have you guys come. Wish the pictures would have worked out better. Okay.
Maybe
something else. I guess. I don't know. But those are pretty epic pictures. Let's see. We've actually been to a Lewis and Clark site. Lewis and Clark kind of started across the Mississippi in our area, so that's pretty fun. And Chris Coney says it's an impressive area. Yeah. I keep being worried about telling people about Idaho because I don't want them all to go and mess it up. I want to get there first. And Kenny says he'll find space for us.
All right. We'll see you next week.
All right. Next week we'll be live from Kenny's basement.
Not really. Don't worry.
No, bring extra beer. We'll bring extra beer. Yeah, pear, rent, and beer. No,
I don't. Well, that's a lot of beer.
it is. Yes, that view is wonderful. Beautiful photos. Yeah, all the pics are great. I love it. I love it. Between Chris Oconee and Kenny, I want to go everywhere on both sides of. And yeah, everybody sends pictures. Everybody sends pictures, and that's what we love about this, is that we can travel around the country or around the world for that matter.
Virtually.
Yes. Yeah, virtually. Every week we get to see the cool parts of our world that you guys actually have gone to. And so I can say, I know somebody who's been there. Actually, I know who took that picture, which is really, really cool. David Thompson went through Alberta, British Columbia, the Pacific Northwest. Yes, we have the Pacific Northwest on our list. It's just, the list keeps getting longer. It's the problem. And he says he sends us 1% of his pics. Yeah, I understand that too. It's a good thing we have big hard drives because I don't delete things.
You have to take a lot, or at least we do. We have to take a lot to get a few good ones.
Totally. And yeah, guys, I don't have any other pictures. And I think that's it. I think I did it all. Yep.
All right.
So I would love to see more pictures from people. We have been doing, if this is a Hike 365 challenge, so we're challenging you to get to, let's see, next week it'll be 180 miles. 180 miles for next week.
All right. And if you're way beyond that or not even close, then it's fine. Just do what you can. And as BCO would say, get outside and have some fun.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Or BCOA.
BCOA.
Big crazy outdoor adventures to get that exactly right.
We are going camping next week, and it's a little farther, but we should be back in time for the show.
We'll see. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we plan to. And then the next weekend's 4th of July already.
Okay.
So
I'm only vaguely aware that it's June.
Okay, we're more than halfway through.
Okay.
All right, he's chilled now. All right. Thank you guys for joining us so much, and we will be back next week, or that's the plan. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you are, and thank you so much. We're honored that you're here, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Get outside.